We did the shoulder a couple of times, and let's do the hip. Like, let's just go through, and this isn't like a set protocol. This is us just like doing a little check in with the area and just starting to do some unwinding that will be kind of guided. So eucalyptuses, Palo Santo, orange healer, chakra root cleanser, galbanum, anything that has like a cleansing effect. Hyssop.
Oh, good. Letty's typing it in. My autocorrect. I'm on a different computer today and it is not autocorrecting me. So what Letty's typing. And also eucalyptus.
Yeah, like Eucalyptus globulus, radiata, polybroct, Deves, McCarthy, what is it, McCarthy,
Yeah, it's
red gum.
lots of choices.
Yeah, lots of choices. Smithy, Eucalyptus smithy.
Supreme.
Yeah, oh yeah. That will do it. Okay, so
Oh yeah, chocolate root cleanser.
chocolate root cleanser definitely would be a top choice. Okay, so let's do this. Check in with your low back, the spine, the low back area across the tops of the hip bones. Find the area in your back that seems to be causing the most tension or the most pain. Even some of the pain relief blends you could use if you don't have any of the ones we're talking about. So as you check in with your back, notice where you feel some tension and start inhaling the oil into that area. Your awareness is just on that spot as you take long, slow, deep breaths. Close your eyes and keep taking long, slow, deep breaths. Now let's go to just one hip. So let's go to your right hip, the side of your hip, and take long, slow, deep breaths on the right hip. You're still inhaling into that right hip. And go deeper into the hip, and just if you feel tension in the hip on that side, wherever you feel some tension, uneasiness, some pain, hold your awareness in that area and inhale. And then just let go for a moment. Just let go. Go to the left side, the left hip, the chakra on the outside. Begin inhaling. You're in on that hip. You're taking nice, long, slow, deep breaths. Go in a little bit deeper and just feel if you can find some tension, some heaviness, a little bit of pain. Find that spot and breathe into it. And then just let it go for a moment. As I'm feeling it. And then the bottom of your tailbone. Your awareness is on the bottom of your tailbone. Start taking long, slow, deep breaths. Now, the spinal cord itself, it's a cord, but it has like this connective tissue like wrapped around it, right? And so sometimes what happens is there can be like fascial lesions or a pattern in this connective tissue that can cause like frontal headaches and cause your back to be agitated. And I'm about to tell you to do something a little weird, but it's because it relaxes the tube you know, the connective tissue around the spine is. So your awareness is on your tailbone, the bottom of your tailbone. Continue to inhale, but now it's on the anus. So not to get too personal or too graphic, but if you keep your awareness on the anus as you're inhaling, it actually relaxes the connective tissue in the low back area, and it actually sometimes will even go all the way up into the neck. This can be especially helpful if you get a lot of frontal headaches, like right in the forehead. Okay, just be still for a moment. Notice how that felt. How did that feel in your low back?
Good, but I want more.
So it's weird. It feels weirdly good. Yeah. So we're going to come back to that, but let's go to the low back. You're just the lower lumbar area, the spine itself. Your awareness is on that spinal area down below, and you're taking some long, slow, deep breaths with your awareness on the spine. And then just let that go for a moment. Go back to the bottom of the tailbone. Again, begin inhaling. Your awareness is on the anus. And not to get too personal, but it does help to release the spinal cord. So long, slow, deep breaths with your awareness on that spot. It's because it's opening up the spine. Okay, continue with your inhalation, but now move your awareness again to that low spine, the low back area. Just tap into the bones and the areas around the bones and inhale. Now you're going to move your awareness to the Ming Men, the area opposite your navel on the back side. The chakra on the back side. So just go opposite your navel on the low back and just inhale into that area. Okay, let it go for a second. Now, part of the issue happens is like, say this is both sides of your pelvis, right? Like you're both sides of your pelvis. So sometimes what happens when we start to have back issues or a hip issue is one will start to become a little bit more elevated, or one will rotate farther forward than the other one. So your pelvis rotates or it tilts one way or the other. Then you stretch, you put some oils on, you go to the chiropractor, you get a massage, you do a little yoga, whatever it is, Pilates, and things balance out. Or it's been there for a couple of decades, right? So you have this pattern in your body somewhat. And even though you unwind some of it, some of your body still wants to go back to that old pattern. Well, they're the muscles that run along your inner thigh. They're referred to as the adductors, right? They bring your legs like closer together, right? Like if you move your leg outside, it's what brings it back. And so when you have those rotations or those tilts in the pelvis, it starts to throw those muscles on the inner thigh into kind of a weird spasm that even when you go through and correct a lot of other things, your body still holds that pattern. And part of the issue is that that inner thigh it's a lot more sensitive, like neurologically, if you touch that area compared to the outer thigh, much more sensitive, right? And you could say there's a lot more emotion in that area, and there's a lot more of a drive for that part of your body to be protective because it's protecting the sex organs and, you know, all that stuff down there, right? So the tendency is that there can be weird tensions or a weird pattern that even if you unwind the back and the hips and the hamstrings and the thighs, this still kind of throws it off, right? It throws things off kind of because of the alignment, or if there's been some emotional traumas or a physical trauma or something like that, your body goes into this protective mode. That is one of the areas that gets pretty wound up. So what I'd like you to do is just from the inside of the knee all the way up into the groin, the inner thigh, but let's just do the left side first. Let's do them one at a time. Take some long, slow, deep breaths with your awareness on the inner thigh of your left leg. You're still on that left thigh, the inner thigh, long, slow, deep breaths. Now switch to the right thigh, same area, inside of the knee, all the way up into the groin, just the inner thigh. How's that feel? Not even going to open your eyes for that one. Mm. You're still on that inner thigh, right side. Now do both inner thighs at the same time. Just long, slow, deep breaths. Your awareness is on the inner thigh. Okay, and then just let go. Just be still and let go. Okay, well, thanks for joining us tonight. I hope you guys had a good session, and we were just playing with a low back thing, and we'll continue this maybe next week, but just some areas to explore that maybe we haven't talked about, or combinations that are a little bit different. So we have our Master Healing Techniques tomorrow night that's open to everybody if you want to join us. And we are switching over right now to do the prayer, petition, blessing with the Astara. If you'd like to join us, just follow the link that we've posted, or you can go to the Astara website and grab the link from there. But thanks for joining us tonight, you guys, and we'll see you soon.